what we're here to do is educate, prepare, and inform you. There is also a fun factor in what we do, where we bring to you businesses and products and services that enhance what you're up to in your world and your visual experience, your performance experience, your fun experience. No business that we have on our show, I think, achieves more of all of that than our next guest. Here to talk about that with us is Caleb Parker with Custom Truck and Accessories of Reno. Thanks for being here today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mitch.
I love this, having you on our show. You walk in, and this is, I hate to say it quite this way, but an adult toy store.
It pretty much is. And we have all sorts of stuff you don't know you need.
And it's got to be just a great place to work for you. I mean, smiles on your face all day long because you're making people's dreams come true with their rides.
It is. It's fun. I really do enjoy, having someone come in with a stock vehicle and getting to personalize it exactly how they want, so they can put a little of their personality into that thing themselves.
And when they come pick it up, the joy you get to witness really makes you feel rewarded for what you're doing.
Sometimes there's screams in the parking lot.
Yeah, and they're good screams, folks. I want you to know this is not the screams of hatred that you'd find on some car dealership lots in Reno, but this is where people are joyfully screaming. Let's get into some of this because we have a lot of products to talk about that are coming into the winter, I think, really important. But let's start with the wheels and tires. Since winter is coming, we'll get a little bit ahead of that curve, and there's a reason for that we'll share. But let's start with wheels and what you have and what you have to offer in cars and trucks.
All right. Yeah, we also do car wheels. A lot of people don't realize that, since it's custom truck accessories, that we can also outfit your car as well, or your SUV, or your small little cross beater, since it's got so many different versions of those things now. But yeah, we carry a huge selection of wheels. We recently just stocked up on a ton of wheels, so we're actually putting on extra containers to store all the stuff we brought in.
You said a ton. It's probably more like several tons.
Several tons.
I've seen the selection, and it's in stock selection. Get it on now. But even if it's not, it's here rapidly.
Yeah, if we don't have your specific bolt pattern, offset, or rim size, we can get most things. We have warehouses all across the West.
Let's talk about some of the different manufacturer wheels that you do carry, so people recognize if they've been looking for these types of wheels.
All right. Some of our more popular brands, Moto Metal, XD. We do all the rest of the KMC series as well. Fuel. We do have Dubs, Foos, Lexani. We carry all sorts of stuff. If there's a wheel you've heard on the internet, we could probably track it down, and one of our suppliers most likely has it.
And thank you for saying that, the internet. I mean, we realize that it gives us a lot of knowledge, but we're also aware in this show of the detriment that it can cause. And when it comes to wheels, I can't tell you the number of times I've heard about people that thought they were getting a great deal and then bought the wrong wheel because they didn't have some specific knowledge that takes years to obtain. Let's talk about some of those, I want to say, areas they need to be aware of and concerned about.
Exactly. And this is something we caution people who do a lot of internet shopping with. When you're buying your wheels, you have to make sure you have a proper offset, which is something most people have no idea even exists on a wheel. And that'll change based on if you've lifted your vehicle, if you've done any suspension work on your vehicle, the look you want on that tire, and all sorts of other factors depending on what you've been up to.
Wheel wells. I mean, whether or not it's going to clear them while you're turning the tires. I've seen people that were left with no choice but to either eat a set of wheels or cut their car and have body work done on it to make them fit.
Exactly. And we do get those internet horror stories where we come in and try to pick up where someone's left off and give them a better result.
Well, and we've seen it for decades. And sometimes there is a point where having, especially in this area, a business with that knowledge, that a few pennies more is money well spent, because at least you know in the end result that you have the right vehicle, the right wheel for your vehicle, and that it's not just going to look good, but it's going to fit. Tires, we're going into the winter, and this is a subject that I don't think everybody's really aware of, is that the tire supply is finite. It's not unlimited.
Correct. It's not, and there's only going to be a certain amount of tires on the West Coast. We brought in a bunch. So we have a ton of tires, and it's a good idea to get your tires now before weather hits.
Well,
instead of trying to do it during the mid-rush.
we're going to say this, and hopefully next week some people are actually going to listen to this and show up and talk to you about getting their tires now, because there's going to be some other people that hear this right now, and then a month or so from now, they're going to go, I should have listened. And we can save you those lessons, because what Caleb just said is that the tire supply for the West Coast is limited. And once it's gone, the only other option is for them to ship them out from other parts of the U.S. and the prices go up later into the season if you can still get them at all.
Correct. It becomes more difficult, and you're going to have to wait and work through whatever tires you have until they can
come in. Shipping doesn't mean that they're here in 5 minutes. It means it could take a few days or a week, unless you want to pay some real expenses to get them overnight. And on tires and those weights and those sizes, that is extraordinary expenses. So if it's in the middle of a storm and you now need those tires, you may not be able to get them at all, let alone in a reasonable amount of time, and you might have to navigate through that weather until they do arrive. So again, a huge selection. You just got a lot of new wheels and tires in, I understand, so they have a huge selection right now to choose from.
They do. We have a huge selection on stock, and then we can pull from warehouses once again across the West that are a day or two away for most tires.
Right. And you have another store as well, a couple of them. So let's make sure that they realize that these are all connected.
Oh, yeah. We have our store in Sparks. We have Sacramento. We have Carson City. And we have Folsom, which is a new store for us.
Well, congratulations on that. I just heard about that, so I'm really excited. I mean, this is what happens to a company that has such incredible standards and integrity and treats their customers right and prices things fairly. And at some point in time, they grow regardless of what is happening in an economy like we've been in. And it's truly the greatest litmus test is when a business succeeds through these types of times. And hats off, because that's exactly what you guys deserve. And we're thrilled for that. We hope to think that some of our community support has helped cause that as well. Getting into some of the more other toys you carry, you have a lighting department, and many people, again, don't realize what kind of selection you have in just your lighting department.
Oh, exactly. We do get a lot of people to walk through the store, turn right, and just look and go, you guys do lights? And that we do. We do all sorts of lights if you're looking for off-road lighting, if you're looking for street legal lighting, or if you're looking to light up the surface of the moon. We can do all sorts of stuff. We have lights in stock for all those applications. And if we don't have exactly what you need, chances are what you do need is only a day or two away.
Well, and you just said it. I mean, light up the moon. I have seen some of the lighting rigs that you've done for custom jobs where people want to really make it so they can go out in pitch dark and climb serious mountain ranges and rock crawling in the middle of the night, and you light it up like a football stadium. And I mean, the Luxor Hotel might have its first competition with some of the stuff you put out of there.
Yeah, the Vision X lights, they're just, the best word for them is obscenely bright.
Yeah, but thank you. You have different types of lights as well. So tell us all the different types. Like you have incandescent and...
Yeah, we got all sorts of different bulbs. If you're just looking to upgrade just your bulbs, we can go from your stock without changing anything you have. We can just upgrade you to some of the hyper whites or the ultra whites or the extreme whites and give you just a brighter bulb. And just, if you're having a bit of a difficult driving experience, if your old ones have kind of let their luster go.
And so when we're talking about now the ones that we're going to attach, you still have, what are they, incandescent, CID, HID? Can you tell us a little bit about
that? We don't actually do too much with the HID. We mainly go with LED and halogen and all those kind of results.
And we're talking about, for the tops of the cars, the bumpers, fog lights.
Yeah, we can put lights just about anywhere. Right. We've done the positionable spotlights that go through your pillars. We'll just put them on roof racks, on grill guards. We do auxiliary backup lights if you have a large vehicle and you like to see behind you at night while you're trying to back out of a parking spot or just hooking up a trailer or anything.
And what you're saying is that you can install them almost wherever they want them. So you'll custom fit brackets and things to install these for them.
Exactly. We'll put it wherever you need it.
Perfect. And now, again, going into the winter, and I know we're a little premature, it's still warm out there, but, in the next 30, 40 days, we anticipate typically in northern Nevada, we're going to get some snowfall. There are, people that want to still be able to carry things in the back of their truck without getting them beat by the inclement environment. So let's talk about what you can do to protect the back of their vehicle, their trucks.
Oh, exactly. As far as carrying cargo and stuff in the back and keeping it all protected, we do have a wide variety of camper shells and tonneau covers. And so those can pretty much fit every make, model, vehicle application. We can suit exactly what you're going to be looking for.
Let's talk just real quickly about the tonneau covers. Okay, you said a variety of tonneau covers. So let's, again, we're on radio, so let's describe the different tonneau covers for them so they can get a visual experience.
Sure. We have rolling tonneau covers, which are the kind that roll up and retract and back and forth. We have folding tonneau covers. We have solid tonneau covers. We can even do cloth tonneau covers, or hard vinyl. And so there's a whole different variety. They're really best seen in person because there's just so many little differences. And
very similar to that would be what you can do to the inside of that bed for different options.
Correct. Yeah. Depending on what you're looking to actually do with the inside of that bed of that truck, we do such as just a simple rubber mat to keep things from sliding around. We'll do our own spray and liners, which we do excellent work on those. We also do bed rugs, which is like a carpet for the inside of your bed, which gives them a real clean look if you go with a camper shell.
And back to the camper shell, since that's a perfect segue back to that, the camper shell types and varieties are almost unlimited at Custom Truck and Accessories. So let's talk about the most typical types of shells. You're one of the largest distributors for LEER, I understand, in the nation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do all sorts of cab high, or if you want to go even taller for more room back there, type shells.
And then you can custom make shells. So for somebody who's got they want to have their shell and they want to have their usable space during their time, but yet they have tools to carry that they want to be able to put and leave in there and not have to move them in and out every time that they want to use their bed. You can create one with toolboxes on the side. Kind of describe what that looks like to a lot of people that haven't seen one.
Oh, yeah. We do our aluminum shells, which we can actually build toolboxes and shelving units into the sides where your normal windows would be. And you can actually have your toolbox built right into the side of that shell, so you don't have to go all the way around to the back of the truck and reach in the back for something.
And you can have doors that open and close from the outside of the side of the vehicle.
Correct, yeah. Doors that open and close from the outside. So you
and
can
lock.
Reach in. And lock. Oh, yeah, all locking. Everything's secure.
And then you still have your usable space in the center of that bed if you choose.
Correct, yeah.
Now, what's interesting is you can do a combination of a lot of these things all together. So you can also put in what they call the rollout truck beds. Explain that.
Oh, yeah, the bed slides.
Bed slides.
So that's something that if you don't feel like crawling in and out of your actual shell, or even just out of your normal truck bed, that you can wait and load up all your equipment on that, and that'll pull out and extend beyond your tailgate. So instead of getting into the back of your vehicle, you just pull a handle, and you can pull all your stuff out, and your stuff's right out there, easily accessible, even creates a mobile workstation.
Yeah, and now you can have it so that you can slide stuff back in there, go off and go camping, come back out, slide it out, unload it, and then put your other equipment that you need to work with if you're in the contracting industry and slide it right back in. I think these are just really neat. And you talked about the commercial stuff. I mean, you do commercial commercial shells, I would call them, because they're not camper shells anymore. You start getting into that really heavy metal commercial equipment that including ladder racks and all those things on top of them.
Correct, yeah. Our commercial shells will come with a welded on rack. Will support and carry whatever you need up top. And then they have all sorts of applications as far as you want to do with that back door. If you want a full gate, you can open up and walk right in and out of this shell. If you want to put a slide in so you can pull everything out. If you want toolboxes on both sides and just hold everything on the sides with shelving and individual parts bins even.
And I want to mention this because we're right in the heart of hunting season. You have truck vaults, and not just do they work for your commercial applications for protecting some valuables, they also work for people that are transporting weapons for hunting. So talk about the truck vault.
Yeah, the truck vault is similar to the slide in that it's going to actually be a locked vault unit that's going to sit in the back of your truck. And that's going to pull out similar to a drawer. If you can pull out a drawer, you can operate a truck vault. And there's a variety of applications for those as well, and a whole bunch of different finishes and sizes that you can do. And that'll carry anything from your standard handguns to large caliber rifles.
And so this is really big. I mean, this is transporting your weapons with safety in mind. Should your vehicle have an attempt to be broken into, that you're taking every precaution you can to keep everybody safe. getting into the holidays, I can't think of a greater place for our community. And if there's people out now starting to prepare their holiday shopping list, Custom Truck and Accessories, if you know a car or truck lover, you need to put this shop on your shopping list, because this is, like I said, an adult toy store and a great place to buy gifts for your friends and family. Let's talk about all the different holiday things they can find inside and get them early while, again, supplies last.
Right. Yeah, we're great for holiday gift shopping. And if you come in and you're a little overwhelmed, you always have the option of buying a gift card. And then you can give whoever you're looking for that gift, the chance to come in and pick exactly what they want. But as far as gifts go, we do some radio control cars, do some RC cars. We do toolboxes. A lot of people just want to keep something simple and secure. And that's a great gift. It's not too much money. Something that's easily applied. And you can even put a big bow on it and set it right underneath the tree. We could do all sorts of stuff like that. Different lighting options as well. They have packages that we can do a lighting package for you, or stereo even. And we can print all that kind of stuff, and we can give it to you, and then we can come back and we can install it for that person, whoever you're getting that gift for.
Well, and you were mentioning the hitch cover selection that you have there too. This is a really affordable gift as well, and great fun, because they're just not, just the stick into the back of a trailer hitch to make them. There's a lot of designs you have in those.
Yeah, we do the hitch plugs, and they're not the cheap, flimsy internet bought plastic plugs that'll be cracked and broken off. They're billet aluminum machine plugs, and we have a lot of your favorite sports teams, a lot of your different hobbies and stuff like that. And one of our biggest sellers is, of course, the Right to Bear Arms hitch plug.
Well, if we were just talking about hunting season, so if you're looking for that gift for that hunter that you know in your family, this is a good place to pick those up. I think one of my favorite things is that GoPro video cams.
The GoPros are great, and that is an excellent gift, especially coming in this winter season when people are going to want to go and show all their adventures up in the mountains and playing. And they're great for day-to-day stuff too. But they are definitely an excellent gift. We have them in stock. We have the attachments in stock. And they're up and coming, and they're constantly evolving and getting better.
Well, and for people that don't know the term GoPro, I mean, we're talking about a camera, video camera, but I mean, you're talking real high quality video camera that you can mount on your bicycle bars and record your trip up around the trails around Tahoe. Describe some of the places that your friends and clients and the video that's on display there use these at.
Oh, they can mount them just about anywhere. We have skydiving videos. We have videos out at festivals that people go to and show all the fun stuff that they get into out there. And the video quality is just outstanding. It's a real steady, beautiful shot. As far as these cameras go.
And I, like you said, I mean, people that are, there's a different mount for everything, but I've seen hang gliders use them, skiers, people recording the person skiing behind their boat wears them. I mean, it's like anything that records in motion, even riding your motorcycle, you can videotape this digitally and without having to have your hands encumbered, and being able to still enjoy the activity, and then go back and share what it was like from a bird's eye view with your friends. Great gift idea, great idea for yourself, so you might have to get two of them. Let's a couple real quick here, we're almost out of time, let's talk about some of the other things that they would see when they walk into your shop at Custom Truck Accessories.
The first thing that everyone sees and always comes over and knocks on and touches, of course, is our bumpers. We have aftermarket bumpers that if you're ever in areas where you're concerned about deer or anything like that, we have bumpers that can handle that no problem.
You win. Yeah. if there's an accident, and I've seen these. Some of these are, I mean, it's almost like what you would see on the front of a SWAT unit.
Oh yeah, they're great. The Fab 4s are just outstanding. They fit the body lines just perfectly. And we can do a variety of custom finishes if someone would like as well.
Well, yeah, I've seen that. You actually did one of your own rides, one of your own trucks, where you had taken that and had it powder coated.
Well, we had it hammer toned.
Hammer toned.
We're doing that for a customer right now, and it is going to look amazing. We'll put that truck up on the site as soon as he's done.
So I think they just got the term custom, because you may walk in and see something and say, okay, well, I like that, but I've seen that before. I want to individualize it. And you have then things you can do from there for them on your arsenal that they may not have even dreamt of if they didn't come in and talk to you about them.
Exactly.
And talking about that, how would they get a hold of you, come in and have a conversation with you about these items?
Well, the best way, of course, is always to drop in person, but you can always get a hold of us. Just get a cursory ID on the phone, 775-329-5111.
And the address?
Just
385 Kietzke?
385 Kietzke Ln. You can come by and see us. We're right in between Mill and Glendale.
Mill and Glendale. And really, I warn you, this will probably be the most evil thing we'll do ever on this show is to invite you into Custom Truck Accessories, because when you walk in, you're going to have a blast and you're never going to want to leave. And it's one of the reasons why we asked you to come on and talk about this. It just delivers on the fun factor like no other business in our recommended group of businesses. And again, with quality, integrity, and core values, a great business. We endorse them. Please visit them and tell them that you heard about them on the Car Buyer Advisor on the radio. Caleb Parker, Custom Truck Accessories, thanks again so much.
Thanks,